We're bringing on Branden, Hampton, and Maxwell Gross, the head of talent and the COO, respectively, of SuperBid. There they are. Branden and Max, how are we doing today?
We're great, Spencer. How are
you? Was my assessment of what you're trying to do correct?
Yeah, actually, we could probably leave right now. You already hyped us up enough.
Okay. All right. Thanks to Branden and Max for coming on today. No, seriously. All right. We have your slides. Guys, let's bring the slides up, and I'm going to step out, and I'll let you guys do your thing.
Awesome. Thanks so much, Spencer. First of all, I want to say that we're super, super happy to be back here at Benzinga. 2 months ago, actually, we were live with Robert and Ryan and Logan on Moon or Bust, and we had a super fun time chatting with them there. So thank you guys for having us back. We're big fans of Benzinga. We actually love what you're doing to bring crypto into the mainstream. So now, let's get started. My name is Max. I am the COO of SuperBid. Actually, I graduated from the University of Michigan Engineering School and worked in the aerospace industry for several years at Boeing Defense before I decided to pursue opportunities in the cryptocurrency space. I'm here with our head of talent, Branden Hampton. Branden, why don't you share some info about your background?
Sure, thank you. I did not work at Boeing. I actually have been in the influencer marketing space, which was alluded to about helping people, namely creators, native social media influencers, celebrities, artists, athletes, monetize. I was rated #1 by Forbes magazine as one of the most engaged brands on Twitter. Back in the day, I went on to build a network of over 36 million followers across all of social media. I've spent over $50 million on influencer marketing for influencers and brands to connect with each other. I have some of the most famous brands and famous clients in the world that I've done business with. And this next step here, I've been in crypto since 2013, merging the two worlds together as one of the very first influencers myself, understanding what an influencer needs and what tools that they need to be able to monetize, taking advantage now of blockchain and NFTs as a way to monetize.
Yeah, so you all might be wondering why we even have a head of talent over at a cryptocurrency company. But as Spencer mentioned previously, we are a social media platform, and we're going to be getting into those details further on in the slides. But today, overall, we're going to be talking about 5 main things. We'll cover all of the details about our concept, and we'll describe how it actually works. I'll present our proof of concept and actually past data, which validates our product. I'll also run you through a little bit of our journey as a company, and we'll review some of our past successes. We'll also take a look at the benefits of SuperBid for both vendors, who are the creators on our platform, and then users, and how we actually set ourselves apart. And then finally, we'll take a look at some never before seen photos of the actual product that we've built itself and what to expect for our big launch, which is occurring this month. So if you want to jump to the next slide, I think that we can start here by basically explaining what is SuperBid. It's quite simple. We are actually the first of its kind NFT platform, which allows users to actually take the most unique moments of their lives, convert them into NFTs, and then auction them off on our platform. SuperBid enables you to create, to buy, to collect, and sell these moments, which are actually in the form of photos and videos, as NFTs. Now, unlike a normal NFT platform, SuperBid's actually catering to the mainstream, allowing users and creators to build their own profiles, not only build up their brand, but also to acquire real life moments from real people, which is where we as a company actually see the true value of NFTs progressing into the future. For our launch, we're mainly focusing on selling NFTs from celebrities with the goal of selling only the highest quality NFTs, attracting the mainstream, and subsequently encouraging organic growth of creators to come to the platform in the future, who will eventually be able to freely create profiles and freely run auctions for their moments at will. Now, I keep referring to these moments, these sellable moments, and you might be wondering what these actually are in the context of SuperBid. A moment is actually a never before seen photo or video from your own photo gallery, a unique memory which hasn't been seen to the public, which can actually be converted to an NFT and then sold by you, by the creator. What's more, as I mentioned, is that we're actually launching this whole concept this month. And for users, you'll be able to acquire these NFTs, and then celebrities will actually be able to take part in scrolling through their photo galleries, picking the best ones that they've never shared before, and then going on SuperBid and auctioning them off there. What's really unique about this is if you take a step back and think how creators are actually monetizing their lifestyles is typically through your standard social media platforms like TikTok and Instagram. Now, instead of relying simply on ad revenue for the content that you create, before making that post on Instagram, you can actually come to SuperBid. You can take your photo, you can take your video, you can post it on SuperBid, convert it to an NFT, and then instantly monetize that content. So it's a super cool concept, which has never been done before. We're kind of taking advantage not only of the influencer market, but also the NFT market, bridging those worlds to create this super simple, efficient product. If you jump to the next slide, I'll just give you a quick rundown on how it actually works. The process of participating is also extremely simple. So for a creator, you'll simply enter our app, you'll create an account, you'll upload your photos and videos just like you would on Instagram, as I mentioned, and our platform will automatically convert those photos and videos into NFTs once they're auctioned off. And then when the auction closes out, you're paid out in cash. And then whatever you've generated appears in your own wallet on the blockchain. Now, the SuperBid token, which is currently available on the market, is something that you can not only buy, but it's something that fuels the entire ecosystem, the entire transactional system of payments within the app. Jumping on to the next slide, I'm going to explain to you why we're pursuing the NFT space even to start. For starters, the proof of concept for our product has already been validated through a well-known NFT platform, which is called NBA Top Shot. NBA Top Shot actually sold over $675 million of NFTs in less than a year. These NFTs were mainly focused on specific moments from basketball games, from basketball players, and we're kind of taking this concept and bringing it to the next level, allowing people not only to build their brand, like I mentioned, through creating their own profiles on SuperBid as a social platform, but also taking any moments from their life, anything and everything, and being able to sell it on SuperBid. Not just something that's related to your career, but it can be something that is memorable and important in your life. So, some of the examples that I like to give are for a musician, for example. If you're looking to monetize your content through SuperBid, you could take photos and videos from a backstage concert, which have never actually been seen before by the public, and you can convert them to NFTs and sell them on SuperBid. You can take videos from a backstage studio session, which have never been seen before. You can take those videos, sell them on SuperBid. You can even take an image of lyrics that you created, convert that to an NFT, and then sell it on SuperBid. For an athlete, you can take footage of a locker room after winning a game and sell it on SuperBid. You can take footage of your coach giving you a hype speech before a game. You can even record yourself after scoring a touchdown and then convert that to an NFT and auction it on SuperBid. For actors, you can take footage and photos from a behind the scenes set that hasn't been seen before by the public and just give people a little snippet of your personal life. It can be anything. So moving on to the next slide, beyond the proof of concept, the evidence of the market growing is very clear. Now, we are approaching this from two angles, taking advantage not only of this NFT market, but also of the expected growth of influencer-related marketing over time. SuperBid is probably the newest breakthrough entry in the growing NFT market, which actually grew in valuation from $250 million in 2020 to over $2.5 billion in 2021, and the year isn't even over yet. Now, the demand for items from celebrities also is there, which is not only evident through the previous sales from celebrities, which were described on the previous slide. Grimes and Steve Aoki and Eminem, these guys have sold their NFTs for millions of dollars. But also, the demand is there due to the simple fact that out of all participants in the NFT marketplace currently, 69% of those people are buyers and 31% are sellers. So there's a large market gap there, which we're looking to fill. Next slide. Now, Before jumping in and explaining the benefits of SuperBid for users and creators, I actually wanted to take a second to acknowledge the beautiful image that you see in the background of his slide. This image was actually taken in June when we launched a promotion in Times Square on one of the world's largest billboards. So around this time period, you may have potentially heard about us because we sponsored Logan Paul, one of the world's largest and most influential influencers on social media, in his fight against Floyd Mayweather. And subsequently, we officially partnered with him, and he's going to be doing auctions on our platform. Now, since that time period, since we actually started, we've garnered several other partnerships from people like Amanda Cerny and Natalia Janoszek, who's actually a Polish actress that garnered worldwide recognition thanks to her role in 365 Days, which was one of the most world's watched Netflix movies in 2021. Now, we cannot mention any other names, but there will be numerous other household names coming soon to SuperBid, which we'll eventually introduce to the mainstream over time. We even went as far as partnering with a NASA contractor named Astrobotic to literally take our tokens, put them on a ledger, and send them to the moon. You might think that this is crazy, and it is kind of crazy, but it just goes to show that as a startup, we're not afraid of doing things that have never been done before. We're not afraid of being noticed, and we're not afraid to be launching these mainstream activations to garner attention around our product, especially as we near it in the coming weeks. So I'm actually going to let Branden take over from here and describe the benefits. He's also going to be running through just some images that haven't been seen before by the public of the app itself, and then we're going to talk about what to expect for our launch.
Sure. Thank you, Max. Great job. So you can actually go back one slide before we get to those. So one thing that's important is we have additional components of things. If you realize this for a second, there is no place for a celebrity or influencer to sell items on the internet. Crazy and preposterous that that's true, but if you are one of the talent that we have signed, you're not going to go sell your product on eBay because it's not going to get proper recognition. You're not selling your old items on Poshmark. You're not going to StockX or GOAT. What you need is a dedicated platform that allows you to sell items. Now, when we realized that this was the case, we thought, what were the opportunities? Well, there's NFTs, so you have your digital assets. You have physical goods, so think about a soccer player selling an autographed soccer ball, or you think about a big shoe collector selling a one-of-one pair and auctioning them off. Influencers, celebrities, athletes, artists, lifestyle bloggers, there's no place for them to do that. So we created this marketplace. Now, the core of every product is going to be the core of every product is going to be an NFT. So everything has a digital ownership aspect component to this. So if you're buying a autographed football from an NFL player, you're purchasing an NFT and it comes with this physical item as unlockable content. If you're purchasing, which we will sell on our site, meet and greet with celebrities and influencers, you're purchasing an NFT ticket that will allow you entry into this event. So you're not only going to be able to buy digital assets, but you're going to be able to buy physical goods and real life experiences that are tied to digital ownership so that they can be memorialized and authenticated. Next slide. These are the first look slide at our platform. If you recognize the one on the left, probably looks a lot like Instagram, and it looks like a lot like TikTok. We wanted the content and the way that it's positioned to be familiar. We wanted people's profiles to look exactly as they do on other platforms, but with the functionalities that we have, which are very different. On the right side, you'll see one, it looks exactly like OpenSea might look. You have your digital asset, your creator, the name of the asset, the bidding history, and of course, things like rarity score and otherwise. And then the last component is the way that we sort of explain this is you're looking at an Instagram feed that has OpenSea-like technology that also allows you to engage and purchase content like you would on a platform like OnlyFans. Now, what we're doing is we're sort of meshing these three together, and the mass market opportunity here is allowing influencers to create content to control their own destiny with how they monetize. Right now, they're waiting for the next brand deal. Influencers, celebrities, they don't get big salaries and have all this money waiting for them all the time. They don't get to work extra hours and get extra brand deals. They're sort of at the mercy of others. This creates an independent revenue stream where they do what they do best, which is creating valuable content, and they can sell it. People can sell 50 copies of a photo. They can sell 25 copies or 3 copies of a video, or a more expensive one-on-one NFT can be owned by a person who's able to then redeem that for a physical good or an in-person experience. Next slide, please. With our celebrity partners, we're going to be able to reach over 100 million sets of eyeballs just from the beginning. We have an existing community between Telegram, Twitter, Instagram, of over 20,000 people. We have over 7,000 token holders that have sort of organically found out about us. We have not started, really other than Times Square and the Logan Paul and Floyd Mayweather fight, really dabbled into any marketing. We've sort of been building the organic community, building the infrastructure, building the technology, and it's ready. We're launching this month, and people will have the opportunity to come on board and purchase moments from their favorite creators, and they will be able to own these as digital assets. And now one other thing that I'll mention, and it kind of dabbles into something that we're not supposed to talk about, but I'll talk about it a little bit because I can't resist, and I think it's a massive add value. The difference between something like this and the difference between the other platforms that exist for NFTs is that you have to be a crypto purist, and you really have to understand blockchain and the technologies around blockchain in order to go on and actually purchase a digital asset. So you knowingly are purchasing an NFT, you know that you're purchasing a digital asset, but on our platform, you might not know the difference. So just as there's a Binance, difficulty level for an exchange, for example, and then you have Coinbase, who's more user-friendly mass market. You have TD Ameritrade, who is a little more complex for sophisticated investors. And then you have something like Robinhood. Well, now you have platforms like OpenSea and Rarible for the sophisticated crypto investor. For the mass market, you have our platform. There will be crypto capabilities, but we'll also have fiat on-ramps so that people can come on using dollars and purchase NFT moments on our platform.
Thank you so much, Branden. That's perfect. If you guys have any questions, you can always reach out to me. I drop my email there. You can also follow us on Twitter for any of the most recent updates coming up in the future. And if you do have Telegram, this is the place where we're typically answering most questions from community members. So you're welcome to join there. All of the information is found on our website. Last thing before we go, for people in the chat that are from SuperBid watching right now, can we see some emojis? Can we see some SuperBid likes? Let's see it, guys.
Right on. Superbid.io. Find our Telegram, Twitter, Instagram, follow along because we have a lot of cool stuff dropping.